Hi, folks. Pete here. On several occasions, we've discussed the issue of unwanted emails. The prevailing advice is that we should not take advantage of a couple of unsubscribe options offered right in the Apple Mail app itself. Generally, there are two options. One is in the headers section right near the sender field, and another is in the body of the email towards the very bottom. I've been a bit unclear on what steps we can take to reduce unwanted emails like this, so I thought I would ask ChatGPT that question. My question was, what's the most effective way for an iPhone user to reduce spam and other unwanted items? Here's the ChatGPT response.
For an iPhone user, reducing or eliminating spam emails involves a combination of proactive steps. 1. Use the block and move to junk features in the Mail app. 2. Unsubscribe from legitimate senders. If the email is from a real company, not a phishing scam, look for an unsubscribe link at the top of the email in the Mail app. 3. Report spam to your email provider. By combining these methods, you can significantly cut down on spam and unwanted emails.
So we heard three options there. Because we have a limited time frame, I'm going to address just the first option, which is to block unwanted senders and then send those emails to our spam folder. But before we do that, I want to point out that the response does say if the email is from a known sender, a legitimate business, then we can choose one of the unsubscribe options. Also, I am unaware of a button or an element that allows me to share a spam email with my email provider. There is such a button in our Messages app, but I've not found anything in the Mail app. So let's talk now about blocking unwanted emails. The first thing I would recommend is to go into your Settings app, go down to the Apps button, double tap, and go down to Mail Settings. Once in Mail Settings, look for Block Sender Options and set your action to Move to Trash. This will authorize iOS to send any known blocked senders to your trash directly. There is also a list of blocked senders in this settings area where you can view all of your blocked phone numbers, message contacts, and email addresses. Now let's quickly jump over to our Mail app and take a look at a couple of emails that we might want to block and send to our spam or junk folder.
Yahoo! 1 unread message. Messages. Unread. Retirees may be blindsided. Vertical line tree. Horrible news comes in for U.S. retirees.
This is an email just sitting unopened in my inbox. What is first available to us is an actions rotor, which means if I flick up or down with one finger, I'll be given a variety of options. So let me do that now. I will flick down with one finger until we get to the More option.
Delete. Drag item. Read later. More.
I use this actions rotor frequently to delete individual emails, but here we are at the More option. I'll perform a one-finger double tap, and we will once again be given a list of more options.
Retirees may be blindsided.
I'll flick to the right.
Close. Reply. Reply all. Forward.
These are all pretty common mail actions, but let's keep going and see some more obscure actions.
Trash message. Remind me. Flag. Mark as unread. Move message. Archive message. Move to junk.
This was one of the recommendations that ChatGPT offered, but let's keep flicking.
Mute. Notify me. Block sender.
And our last option is block sender, the primary action that we're going to take. So let's double tap with one finger.
Messages.
When we activated the block sender option, we were bumped out of that email and back into our inbox. So let's flick down again with one finger and get back to our More button. I'll flick down with one finger.
Messages. Retirees may be blindsided. Mark as a flag. More.
Here we are. Double tap with one finger.
Retirees may be blindsided. Unblock sender.
Here we are on Unblock Sender if we wish to undo it, but we also want to dispose of this email and send it to our junk folder, which is also our spam folder. So let me flick to the left.
Notify. Mute. Move to junk.
And here it is. So let's do a one-finger double tap and silence. So it took care of the email, sent it to our junk folder, and put us back at the top of our Yahoo mailbox. So there we have it. Those are the top two recommendations for reducing or eliminating unwanted emails offered by ChatGPT. I need to also point out that you can do some things by dealing directly with your mail provider. You can go to gmail.com or some of the other primary websites for your email provider and do some things there, such as filter incoming messages, put some spam blockers in there. So check that out if this doesn't work for you. These are just some quick things that you can do yourself on your iPhone. Now let's open it up for questions.